26?
Yes!
This is so low and tiny.
You were telling me.
Okay, we'll try to make it work. I think it's fine. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah!
Alright. I kind of need both hands for this, so we're going to figure this out. So, I'm here for a couple reasons. I'm really excited to share with you all, my friends, and what's that? Someone's beneath me touching me. I love that. Thank you. Very sexy. So, everybody.
Yeah!
So, I have a new project going live. It's called Stories from the Cauldron. Ooh. There are these flyers around, and there's a poster and whatnot. And basically, I just wanted to combine my two favorite things, which are storytelling and magic. Woo! Yeah. So I am with my friend Mark, who's somewhere here. Hang on. He helped focus me because I'm like all over the place. And so we're doing this thing called Stories from the Cauldron, and it basically, there's a video or two every month, and I tell a story, and then I do like a meditation circle or some kind of, spell. I don't do like necromancy on the internet. So it's just sort of like healing energy, fun stuff for you all to do. So anyway, so tonight I have 5 minutes to tell a story and do magic. So let's go. Okay. All right. No one has ever heard this story before, including me. Okay. Once upon a time, one day there was a wave, and it was circling and swirling around the water. And it rose up and down and up and down. And one day as it rose up, it spied a hill. And on that hill was a tree. And the tree looked at the wave, and the wave looked at the tree, and didn't know what to make of one another. But the wave was curious, so it came up again the next day and looked at tree. And tree, being tree, shook its bow. And wave thought that was a very odd way to greet someone, but wave was not knowledgeable in the way of tree. So wave waved itself back. And tree laughed. And so it came to pass that every day, wave would come by and wave at tree, and tree would wave at wave. And they got curious at one another. And then tree got a great idea. And he spoke to the bird nesting in its branch and said, "Bird, take one of my leaves and bring it to wave so it may understand the essence of what I am." And the bird loved that idea. So the bird grabbed the leaf and went over to wave and dropped the leaf in wave. And wave was curious at that waxy, strong but mutable thing that made up his new friend. Not to be outdone, wave talked to Seagull, who was sitting on his back, and said, "Seagull, take some of my water and splash tree with it so tree may know something of what I am." "Okay," said Seagull, because I don't know if you notice, birds are really into gossip. Picked up some water and flew to tree and spat at tree, and tree, "This is weird water. It's salty. What could possibly grow in this? How weird and how wonderful." And then as time went on, tree had his bird send information to wave, and wave said things back to tree, and back and forth they went through this odd sort of bird communication, and they talked really cool things. Wave said about how moon would fall and distant lands around every corner, and tree would talk about drinking the sun, and her roots went to other worlds, and they became friends. Maybe more than friends. And then something happened. One day, the world shook, and wave swelled and became huge. With a terrified look, it looked at tree. "What's wrong, wave? Why are you so huge?" It's not my fault. The world has shook and I have swollen." "Well, what's going to happen? Are you okay?" And wave said, "I will swell and smash and then settle." And then tree said, "Well, what's the problem with that?" And wave said, "But I will smash on you. I will rip you from roots and cast you away." And tree laughed. And tree said, "I am not as old as the wisdom of waves, but I am the cycle of life itself. Come, smash me, hug me, my friend." And the wave hugged and smashed the tree, And in that moment they were bound, and they whispered things to one another that no bird has ever heard. And it came to pass, tree was ripped from its roots and sent away. And a wave was sad, wondering what tree had meant by this cycle of life. And it looked at that hill, and it looked at that hill, and it looked at that hill and saw nothing. And then one day, it looked at a different hill, and there it saw a sapling that would one day be a tree. And the wave and the sapling looked at each other, and the sapling shook its bough, and the wave waved. The end. So, as magical making people, what do we take away from that story? What moves us? What's really hissy really, isn't it? Sorry. Note to myself to fix that. What do we take away from that? There's so many lessons, right? Healing, strength, loving people who are different, finding friendships in places you wouldn't normally find friendships. But it's interesting, it's the new moon, and it's after Imbolc, and it's right before the equinox, and Snake is becoming fire and horse, and I just thought, maybe tonight's about new relationships, new projects, new ideas for ourselves. Maybe you're working on a new project you want to plant, or maybe a relationship with someone you want to foster, or maybe you want to plant the resilience to move forward in this hectic world right now. So I thought we'd do just a down and dirty little circle magic, nothing too crazy. So if you want to hang out with me, think about, I'm gonna figure where I am. Okay, we're gonna fake the directions a little bit, you guys. So think about that idea in your head, that idea, that project, that relationship, that part of you that needs to grow, that needs to blossom. And we face north. North, which is the earth, which is caressing, which is holding all of those seeds, the possibility, Dame Fate smiling on earth, knowing anything we say is possible. Repeat after me. Hail to the north.
Hail to the north.
Oh yes, my friends. Then we look east. Air, wind blowing, and that first light of dawn. And now that seed has sprouted, and a tiny manifestation comes to exist. And we see that idea, that project, that relationship finally coming into fruition, and we are healed. Hail to the east.
Hail to the east.
Then I look south. Fire, the great changer that cultivates. And now that idea has taken on its own life, its own shape. Maybe we didn't even know that's where it was going to go, but it went there. And now it's powerful, and there's a force to teach and to know. Hail to the south.
Hail to the south.
And now we face west. Oh, water, the sweat of toil and work that we do, right? The wisdom of the ancestors whispering to us that we have manifested something greater than ourselves, our power beyond what we thought about we could even possibly achieve. And it is there, and it is real, and it resonates through the universe. Hail to the west!
Hail to the west!
And we bring this circle around once, twice, and thrice, and we make it manifest. This circle is forged in possibility. This circle is forged in manifestation. And this circle is forged in power. The circle is never broken. Bring it into your hearts and hold it. And that is a story for you.
David LeBarron.